what else can we do? So what are conversations that you're having with friends as they come to you and they're like, gosh, Courtney, just help me. Like, I don't want to be so blind and stupid. Are there people that you're telling them to listen to, books? I don't even know where to start with that.
Yeah. So it's interesting because how we live our lives, I think, matters to God. And yes, okay, if you want to read up on it, that's great. But how about, and I know this may sound cliche, this may sound whatever. How about just having friends who are not like you? So, I heard one time, there was a speaker and he said, if you want to know who you really are and whether or not you're socially and culturally aware, look at the pictures in your house and look at the pictures that are on your refrigerator. And that tells you who you are and who you're not, and whether or not you've learned to embrace everyone around you, or if you've just cocooned yourself with those that you feel most comfortable with. And that's for all of us. That's for African-American people, that's for Latino people, that's for white people, that's for Indian people, that's for Asian people, that's for everybody. That that especially as Christians, we should be reaching outside of where we're comfortable. And it's not just friends like us, but it may be friends of different socioeconomic strata. It may be people who don't live in our community. It may be a mission that we go start. It may be finding a felt need in the community and meeting it. It may be finding those pockets in the cities around you and giving back. That's where you can really get to meet. There are a lot of children who just need somebody to read to them. There are a lot of children who need help with their homework. There are a lot, there are a lot of mothers who don't have enough food for their kids. So there are all of these felt needs. And I think if you get into an area where you're really getting outside of your clique, so to speak, and I say our cliques, then we can get into the marginalized. And that's where Jesus spent his time. And that's why the Pharisees and the Sadducees of the church people, that they had a synagogue people, they had a problem with him because he had friends, he had people that he associated with that were not necessarily like him, so to speak. They were people who were some of them disenfranchised, and they were sinners. And but yet he befriended them in order to get the gospel to them. And so for us, if we're Christians, then part of what we should be doing is evangelizing. But at the same time, in that evangelism, it opens you up to be able to reach to the more marginalized people, of which there will be people of color in it. If you want to read some books, read some books. If you want to travel, travel. But I think it really starts in some very grassroots areas. It starts with, what are we doing in our churches? Who are our churches reaching? It starts with, who are we individually willing to put our hand out to and say, let me help you. So let's start there, I would say. And I think in that you'll find some people that are not like you.